Hello.
Good evening.
Welcome.
To Bars and Bells.
My name is Ian.
And I'm Lauren. And tonight is our Strength and Swings class where we'll eventually get to using our kettlebells, which are off to the side right now. We'll practice our body weight skills first just to get warmed up. And today we're going to get into some cleans. So stay tuned. Very exciting times ahead.
Great. One arm swings into those cleans, but as Lauren said, first the body weight skills. At the head neck, extension and flexion.
Just getting comfortable, yeah.
Get comfortable.
There we go.
Get comfortable. Seated or standing could be good for you too. From here, it's the extension. Up to the ceiling with the head face, and then crown head high, flexion on the neck. Easy does it. Repeat again, extension looking up, flexion looking down, and reset your head, eyes on the horizon. From there, a lateral bend at the head, ear to shoulder, and then same thing. And I guess the head isn't bending, it's really truly the neck. But as much as the neck is or isn't bending, the head is moving, and the neck is providing the stability to achieve that goal. Last time, looking in center. With the chin tuck in, I'll add a rotation, looking towards Lauren, then rotating through center and looking the other direction. Repeating once more, pulling the crown or the little pony on top for Lauren, tall to the ceiling to make room. Last rotation, and then look through center. Change up those hands, place them across your body, and retract the shoulder blades together. Flexion, extension of that rib cage in that forward direction first, up and over, and extension, rib cage lifting up towards the ceiling. Repeating once more, it's that flexion like a hook or a candy cane, and pull down on the abs to stabilize the extension. Next, it's that lateral bend, and then pulling through center and repeating to the other side. Make sure here that we're oscillating that rib cage right over top of the hips, avoiding the big shift. One last time, shift or slide to the other side here, and then our rotation. With the hands in tight, keep the hips forward, and a 25-degree turn of that rib cage to the corner. Head's coming with. Then return through center. Squeeze your butt cheeks and rotate to the other corner, maybe 10 to 11 o'clock. Lastly, rotate again. One more time. Make room, grow tall, squeeze your butt cheeks for stability. Return in center, and then shake it out. Some low body with Lauren and returning to me for some upper body in a second.
Excellent. Let's work our way to the floor by doing a lunge on each side. We'll take a single leg and step it back as we would in our get up. Right now, let's gently tuck under that back hip and pull that front leg in. We're going to hover here for a couple seconds. As we're here, keep that hip tucked under, pull your front leg in. And just by scissoring this tension, you should feel some light up in the front of this hip flexor. Gently drive down and just try to press a little bit towards tall. We'll go down a little further, start pulling on that front leg, stay tucked on that back leg, and come to a light hover position in that lunge. Again, pulling that front leg in, pressing that back hip forward, and then drive up to your split stance. Let's do that one more time and find the floor on that final lower. Pull the front leg in, press the back hip forward, keep your shoulders stacked over top of your hips, land gently. Now that we're here, we'll heel toe that leg open to the side. The leg that's to the side, put that arm across your chest, add some rotation. Head will rotate, that upper body will follow, the head will come back to center, and the shoulders will come back to center. Repeat adding on, head, shoulders. Next, just like our get up, we'll chop our hip back, hinging, placing our fingertips, callus line, hand on the floor, and then restacking shoulders over top of hands. Head will rotate to the hand on the floor. Shoulders will rotate closed. Try to keep that knee side. Head opens, shoulders follow. Stay here for a second. Try to rotate a little bit more through that rib cage and chest. Keep the knee to the side. Then gently push into the floor to extend the hips. Bring the head and shoulders back to center. Heel toe the foot back to center. Drive down and away. Create that tension. Let's hover for a second. And then boom, to tall. Repeat on the other, boom. Repeat on the other side. Step back lunge. We did 3 before we got to the floor. First things first, tuck under the back hip, pull on that front leg, and just pause in this first position here of our lunge. We're extending that back hip, pulling the front leg in, and then gently press to tall. Let's find a level lower. Tuck under, pull on the front leg, drive that back hip forward, hovering here for a second, and then press back up to that split stance. One more time. Pull on the front leg, drive the back hip forward, slow descent, hips stay level as you land on the floor. Soft landing. Now that we're here, we'll open the leg to the side. Again, arm of that side leg, cross body. Head rotates, upper body follows, head to center, shoulders to center. Repeat again. Head, shoulders, chop those hips hinging back, hand finds the floor, stack. Next, the head will rotate to look at the hand on the floor, and then that upper body closes. Head rotates open, upper body rotates open. We pause here for a second, rotating a little bit more in that upper body, and then pressing the hips through. Head, shoulders to center, heel toe that leg to the front. Here we go. We're pushing down and back, down and forward, hover, and then bam, back up to tall.
And now that we're back up tall, let's groove those shoulders for cleans and presses. Start with your double racks position with open fingertips here. Elevate the shoulders as a shrug and pull those armpits or shoulder blades back down. Then low effort for now, but press those hands towards overhead, finishing with the palms facing forward. Then elevate or shrug, pull those armpits down, and continue to pull as if your chin up or your press groove here, returning to the racks position. One last time, shrug. But again, with our kettlebells, we'll pull those armpits low. Then easy does it for right now. Push towards overhead. Palms could finish facing forward. Then at the top, elevate or shrug. Then with stiff arms, pull some more, and there will be a limit, and then link that to that nice elbow bend, returning to rack. Cramp up your biceps, acting as brakes. Then utilize the strength on those triceps to extend and breathe. Maybe crack those elbows a little bit, and once they're fully straight, give it that little bit of a shake. Anything else from the floor there, Lauren?
Yes, we should warm up our wrists because we're going to do some get-ups today. So let's use our hinge to get to the floor. With those feet in your hip width stance, chop on the hips, hang out in your hinge for 1 second here. As we're in this hinge, we feel all 10 toes gripping the floor. The arches are pulling together. The shins are vertical, and we're wearing that load through our hamstrings and glutes and our abs. Now let's drive down into the floor and press to tall. Let's do one single leg hinge each side, and then we'll get to the floor. Chop those hips. Transfer weight to a single leg. Then take that foot and circle it, staying connected to the floor all the way to the back. Verticalize that shin by lifting up in the hip a bit. Roll over the foot and 1 unit to tall. Repeat on that other side. Chip chop. Hips go back. Transfer that weight by pressing over. Toe stays touching the whole time all the way to the back. Verticalize and then to tall. This time on that 2-legged hinge, we'll break some rules. Tip forward and find the floor with our hands. Soft landing on those hands as they come down. The fingertips, callus, and big palms. With your fingers spread out wide, let's pack the shoulders, rotate your elbow pits forward. I want you to think of your clock face. Pull your shoulders towards noon on the clock, and then start transferring your weight to go clockwise here. So my shoulders are going to drift in the clockwise direction, which will make my arms transfer that weight and that load into my wrists in the clockwise direction, all the while keeping my elbows nice and straight. I'm back to noon. Let's switch directions. We're going counterclockwise here. Feel the weight transition from the palm of your hands to the fingers and the callus line, and distribute that load across your whole hand versus just in through that wrist bend. Now press through the palms and flick away. We'll do one more rotation of those hands to a quarter turn, fingertips facing sideways, fingers, calluses, palms, shoulders packed, elbow pits forward. Use that transfer of weight. So I push my right fingers into the floor to go to the left. My left fingers send me to the right. That equal and opposite direction of forces. We'll come back to center, peel the palms away, and flick the fingers. Excellent. I think we should just stay down here, unless you had something in mind.
I'm ready.
Okay.
By staying down here, do you mean like a little get up action?
That's what I
Right
mean,
on.
Ian.
I got my kettlebell. How about you?
I got mine.
How about you?
So if you don't and you need to get up for a second, go get a kettlebell. We're going to do 5 rounds of this. So we're going to be working between a get up on each side mixed with some single arm swing and single arm clean drills. So come on down. If you got up, come back down. We're going to start on the floor with a bell that's comfortable for you to do a single get up. Here we go. From the cuddle to the roll to the press. Take it away, Ian.
From here, it's that hip extension. Push to the elbow. Squish a bug in that tall sit. Then we bridge and sweep and press the floor away. Square up the lunge like Lauryn had us already in the warm-up, and then press to tall stand. Take a step back, pull yourself down, open, hinge. That windmill move is my favorite. And then sweep the leg to the tall sit. Find the elbow, and then push off to the back. Use 2 hands, pull it down, incorporate that cuddle, and flip around. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. A firm kettlebell grip with the fingers, the pinky included. Pack the shoulder. Take your time between sides, but not too much rest, would say Lauryn.
Not too much.
Press with 2 hands, set up in that get up stance, and drive through the hip to the elbow. Then our tall sit, press through the foot and that hand on the floor, and then sweep through to tall. Square up the lunge, tall stand, and then pull ourselves down, keeping that back hip extended. Open, hinge, accept the floor, sweep the leg, find the elbow, and then counter lever to the back, 2 hands, and the cuddle. Let's get up through a push-ups quick. So assemble in your high plank, or even on your knees here, could be appropriate, and just press. From a modified position like me on all 6s, or from a high plank like Lauryn is or was, pull the hands to the knees. Isometric, breathe. Engage that shield of abs, and then easy on the off switch, relax. Let's tip our tailbone to the ceiling, that cow pose or anterior tip of the hip. Then push the hands forward, lift the knees up, personalize your up strategy here, but return to your hinge. And in that hinge, push the feet away to help extend. I'll be in charge of get-ups. Lauryn's in charge of those swing to clean progressions.
You got it. We're going to start our progressions with our single arm stop swings. Whether it's the same bell you'll use for a get-up or a different bell, it's up to you. Set up in front of your bell, preparing to do a single arm swing. Our stop swing is 1 full swing, park the bell. Let's repeat for 5 each side. Starting behind your bell. Hip hinge, grip, tip. Make sure both shoulders are square to the floor. Pull, swing, through, park, repeat. At the top, shoulders and hips are square to the front of the room. That off arm is either ending in that rack position, or if it forgets what to do, tap the bell out front. I believe that's 5.
That's 5.
Park, hop without. We'll repeat on the second side. Hinge, grip, tip, pull, swing, through, park, repeat. At the top, we have that plank-like tension. So the cheeks are squeezed, the core is braced. We're swinging that bell to chest height. Last one. And park. Whew. Take a second off.
For breathing, hi-ya on that effort. And just like Lauryn did there, that slow breath in as we recover, and then even slower exhaling with our shake. But from now, it's to the floor for another round of that get up. Same load, lighter load, or even just a bodyweight version. Little toe squat down, pistol squat down, get to that cuddle position, and same thing.
I'm gonna do my left hand first.
Woo. Fancy. Simple, not easy tasks here in this get up. Roll to the back, 2-hand firing range press. Utilize that hip drive to push to the elbow. Then our tall sit. Then we bridge and sweep. Press the floor away. Square up the lunge. full body tension to stand. Step back, pull yourself down, open the hinge. Utilize that hinge. Sweep a leg, elbow, and then push off the elbow, returning to the back. 2 hands, give it the cuddle. Take a breath in between, and then same thing other side. We'll get cleaning that kettlebell later, so really aim to have that nice strong wrist, those knuckles pointing up to the ceiling, and that pinky finger heavily gripping.
I was just cleaning my kettlebell.
Clean it. Dust that off. So pack a shoulder, roll, and press. Hip drive to the elbow. Tall sits next. Bridge, sweeping. Press the floor away. Square. Hup, full body tension to stand. Then a single leg down. Open to the side. Utilize that hinge and find the floor. And then sweep. Elbow, and then to the back. 2 hands on, cuddle, roll, and then again, return to the all fours position or the planks position.
Oh, sorry.
And again, a little quick warm up for the core. Hands touch, whether you're on your knees like I am, or from the toes like Lauryn will be, pull on a diagonal. Right hip towards left hand. 3, 2, stay there, chill. Now, opposite, my right hand towards my left hip for 3, 2, now just stay. Now, X pattern for strength, do both at the same time. Whoa, right hand, left knee. Then right knee, left hand, and relax. Tailbone tip like cow, push the floor forward, lift bent knees away from the ground, and then walk through the hands back to that hinge position and press the feet out to extend the hips and always engage that shield. And then shake.
Excellent.
Stop swings into.
So we did our stop swings. Building off of that, let's do continuous swings. 5 each hand. Starting behind your bell. We will use our hip hinge to set up. Tip the bell on its side. Square up your shoulders. Pull. Swing. And swing. And 3 more. Same plank tension at the top. Shoulders retracted. Swinging to that chest height and that off arm. I'll give you 5 more seconds.
Thank you.
2, 1. Switch sides. Hinge. Grip. 5. And park. Excellent. Stay tuned next time as we get going in our single arm cheat cleans.
1 more get up for today. Maybe 2 more get ups for today.
Maybe 3 more, but
3 more.
who's
Holy
counting?
cow. All right. Well, my pistol squat on the one leg was pretty darn good, if I could say so myself. This one is pretty darn hard, if I could say so myself. So with our time, with our control, that wasn't too bad today. Always working on those skills in between, but also come down anyhow that can work for you. Back to that get up here. Cuddle it. Roll it, press it.
Round 3 of 5 in case anyone's wondering.
Okay, don't listen to Ian counts here, but push to the hip. That's a good cue. Then tall sit, bridge, sweep, press the floor away, and square up the lunge. Full body tension as we stand tall, and then we pull ourselves back down, open, hinge, sweep, elbow, and push off the elbow and the straight leg to control the bell to the floor. Then we swivel ourselves around, talk to yourself. What went really well? What would you like to improve? For me, I'm not sure. Making sure I don't fall over. That's always a good one.
Like in the lunge position.
In the lunge. So it's a cuddle, a roll, and a press, and push through the bent leg to the elbow. Then our tall sit. We bridge, sweep, press through, square up, and tall stand. Full tension to not fall over. Then a single leg returns to the ground in the lunge. Open, hinge, sweep that bent knee, elbow next, turn to the back, 2 hands, cuddle, and roll. Now this time, let's get up, with no hands on the floor. No other rules. Your call on how that happens. The ninja roll-up is cool, or that little tactical get-up I showed is fun too.
Thank you for that. Next, without further ado, our single arm cheat clean. So watch first. What we're going to do for this is we will be standing over top. I'm going to give you side profile. We'll be standing over top of our bell for this. We're going to be doing this with one hand. We'll use our hinge. Grip with one hand. Make sure you're packed. You're square to the floor. Loads there. Then hips drive the bell up and you punch through to that rack position. To bring the bell down, keep it tight to the body, the shoulder retracted. Place the bell back where you got it. We will repeat that for about 5 times. 5 times on each side. Here we go. We're standing over top of our bell. Your handle will be parallel with your feet. Hip hinge. Grip with one hand. Pack. Preload, then whammo. Rack position. Keep it tight. Park it. Repeat. Driving those hips through. Place down. 3 more. As you drive this bell up, both hips are coming forward. Avoid that 1-2 in the hips. Catch that bell. Think about punching through to the ceiling. Park the bell. Step back. Take a second off. Some things to think about when you're doing this clean. Obviously, you need a firm grip because you can't drop the kettlebell. But you also need a relatively loose grip in order to drive your hand through to achieve that clean movement. It's a little bit of a boom, if you will. Good descriptive words. Here we go.
Super good.
Hip hinge. Grip with the other hand, square up the shoulders, hip drive, punch. Through and park. Repeat. Pack, boom, and park. Both hips coming through, punching that bell, maintaining that nice straight wrist at the top, boom, and park. Last one, and park. Excellent. All right.
Excellent indeed. I was misleading earlier. I said last set of get-ups. We've done 3. We have 2 more sets to do. So return to the floor. I'll choose that challenging way for me, which is that pistol squat on the single leg. Take your time. Ooh, I like how that's progressing though. Be patient with that squat and come back next week perhaps, and we'll continue to work on the pistol. But here we go. We're in our cuddle. Take a breath. I focused on that lunge last time. What are you going to really improve upon as we go again? Roll to the back. 2-hand press. Bent leg, drive to the elbow. And then our tall sit. Bridge high. Sweep a leg. Press away. Square up. Tall stand. Single leg returns. Open up in the rotation and then hinge to find the floor. Sweep. Elbow to the back. 2 hands on. Pull it down and give it the cuddle. Whew. Other side. Same thing. Packing that shoulder, preparing the body to go overhead in some presses here. And again, utilizing those sweeps to open up the hips for some squats.
Open D hips.
Pack a shoulder, get a good grip. Pull and press. Press off that hip. Tall sit is next. Bridge away from the floor and sweep a leg. Press away. Square. Full body effort to stand tall and then return to the floor. Open to the side. Windmill is still my favorite. And then sweep. Elbow to the back. 2 hands on. Cuddle down. Now, could you get up the other side if you chose that no-handed get up? Maybe it's a ninja, it's the same thing. And then that tactical style get up, no hands, and stand tall. Ta-da. Nice.
All right, we progress our cheat cleans to not cheat. So what that'll look like is a regular clean. We are going to do this set of, I'm thinking of my next set. We're gonna do 3 stop cleans, and then we're gonna do 3 continuous cleans. So the drill will look like this. I'll do it in fast motion. First, it'll be 3 stop cleans. So it'll pull, zip, through, park. We'll do that 2 more times. And then for 3, We'll do 3 continuous to the rack, to the hike, to the rack, to the hike, and park. Sounds great?
Sounds good.
Great.
Ready to go.
Setting up behind your bell.
Tell us again so Ian doesn't forget.
3 stop cleans. Hinge on the hips. Grip your bell. Pull. Rack. Through. Park. Repeat. Pull. Rack. Through. Park. One more. And park. Stand up for a second without. Let's do that same thing on the other side. I know I said a different. Just get it in your brain. 3 stop swings, 3 stop cleans on the other hand. Hip hinge, pull, clean, through, park. Repeat. Both hips drive through. That off arm is still swinging with you, so it pulls back with you. It comes through to the rack. It comes back, park, stop, up. Shake it out. Original arm. 3 continuous cleans in a row. Here we go. Hip hinge, pull, zip, through, clean. One more, through, and rack. Through, and park. Good. Up without, shake it out. 3 on the other side. Hinge grip, pull, rack, through, rack. Both hips, just that hike pass, no stop cleans here.
Oh,
Nice try.
I felt my toes lift up, so I had to reset.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was a little bit safer than going all over the
Great
place.
job. Good thinking. We have 1 more get up each side, and then we have 1 more swing clean drill. Then we'll get into some squats and presses.
Excellent. So return to the floor, single squat. Perhaps our toe squat, anyhow that works for you. Look at that.
Whew.
There you go.
Last get up, Ian, for real.
Last get up for real here.
10, 9 and 10.
Cuddle, breath, roll, and press. Then drive through the bent leg. Tall sit, bridge, sweep, press away. Pack that shoulder on the overhead move. Continue to pull that armpit down as we descend. Recalibrate your grip. Rotate and sweep. Find the elbow to the back. 2 hands. Cuddle. And switcheroo. Feeling easier as you go through. At least that's my bell. Did you have to go up with a bell to make it more challenging? Did you lower your load to make it a little more accommodating? Both are right. We're going to start strong, finish stronger.
Mine's just right today.
Yeah, last repetition of our get up today. Roll, press, hip drive, tall sit, big bridge, sweep, press away, and square. Full body tension as we stand tall, and then return to the ground with control. Open, rotate, sweep, find the elbow, and then to the back, 2 hands, pull down, cuddle. No rules. I like Lauryn's ninja up. I'll try the same. Little shakeout, and we have another set of...
Yeah, this one's gonna get wild. It's gonna be a swing, a single arm swing, followed by a clean. A swing, a clean. Let me give you a demonstration. Here we go.
Out front and tight to the body. The 1 arm swing, followed by the clean. Out front, long arm, flexed arm in the rack. How many are we doing there, Lauryn?
We'll do 3 rounds of that, so it's 6 total. 3, swing clean, swing clean, swing clean.
Great.
All right, let's set up behind our bell. Use our hinge. Here we go. Swing first. Swing, clean. Swing, clean. 1 more round. Park. Excellent. What that does is it keeps that hinge. Sometimes the clean, the tendency is we start to lose that hinge. We don't feel we need it. So keep that load coming from the posterior chain. Here we go. Second side, hinge, grip, swing, clean, swing, clean. 1 more. And park. Excellent. Very nice.
Excellent.
All
we
right.
mentioned squats.
We did.
I hope that wasn't a threatening suggestion. Let's just warm that up in a bodyweight capacity first.
Sounds great.
Open up into your squatting stance. Stay tall, push your feet out, stiffen the knees, squeeze your glutes, and as always, engage your shield. That's how we'll come up. Pulling ourselves down. Pull the heels together to guide ourselves against gravity. And for about 10 seconds here, calm down with the breath. Have a little bit of that shake side to side, and then press away to tall stand in the middle. Repeat one more time. Stand tall, push out, root those feet, squeeze the glutes. Pull, guide ourselves against gravity as we descend, and take a break. Hold a pretend goblet, and this will actually be in one arm. Pack your shoulder, and what about the other one? The load is out front, but pull through the shoulder blades, press down to tall, and add our shake.
Thank you, Ian.
Cleans. Squats and presses. Nice fun way to finish here, Lauren. Tell them what's up.
Yes, for today, as we're just getting back into our cleans during this class, we're going to stick to singles. So I will do one, Ian will do one. It will be a clean to a rack. Step, adjust your feet as needed. One squat. Come back up. Adjust your feet as needed. One press. Park. Ian goes.
I go, you go.
I go, you go. We'll keep it to singles today. Maybe 5 rounds?
Sounds good.
All right, I start.
So the clean is up the body to the rack. The squat is holding the load out front, but supporting it with your back. And the full body tension, as you press overhead, and then return it to the floor, always with control. That's the you go. Now it's the I go. Repeat.
I for Ian. Team Ian here. If you did it with me, we're resting. Enjoy a little time off. If you're with Ian, you're on your press. Went so quick. Remember to park that bell just as you picked it up, technically in reverse.
As we're resting, similar to the high volume swings, slow breath in, slower out. On the squat, it's a hup. On the press, same thing. Time that effort of your breath with the power of the kettlebell there.
Whew. As we pull ourselves down into that squat, we are loaded on one side more than the other. Brace that core evenly on both sides. Use both legs evenly as to not get a little twist and tension. Put that bell down. Round 2.
Round 2. Same thing. It's back to that original arm. It's a clean. Your stance for the swing or the clean might be different than both the squat and the press. Feel free to adjust. Lauryn does. I tend to not as much. Find your groove and roll with it.
Yes, my squat stance is slightly wider than my hinge stance and slightly wider than my press stance. Feel free. Just make sure when you do step in and or out, they are purposeful steps, not some sort of bad dance move.
Rooted in those feet. It's a clean to the rack, 1 repetition of our squat. Full body tension as we press that bell overhead and pull back down. I'm going to go next. Lauren's going to go take a look at that comment, and hopefully it feels good and it's not spam. It's not going to be great. It is a clean.
Nice. Oh, good.
A squat.
So just getting that kettlebell, that's
Full
wonderful.
press.
Take your time easing into these workouts. Don't rush. Make sure you have that base.
You got it.
We have a kettlebell basics program. Check out our membership.
Check it out. It's a clean. The clean to the squat and the squat to the press. It's tempting to use that brand new kettlebell for sure, but maybe repetitions with body weight to help groove the pattern. What side are we on? Original side?
Original side.
Okay.
Set number 3 here.
Clean it.
What's nice about these workouts, you'll notice, is they are simple. That doesn't make them easy though. So basic movements, the get up, the clean, the squat, the press, that's all you need.
You got it.
Here we go.
So we're back to the clean, zip up the body. In the squat, we're holding it with those rhomboids or those shoulder blade muscles in the back and a full body tension to press and return. And down.
Whew.
All right, here we go. Other side.
This is Ian's set number 3 here,
squat.
finishing up set number 3, and a strong press, rooting those feet, squeezing the glutes, bracing the core. I'm about to start set number 4 of 5, keeping it with the singles.
Let's throw a little wrinkle in here.
Oh.
Lauryn will go right and left sides, and then we'll do the same. A clean, a squat, a press. Return to the floor with control. Stand up barehanded, address your belly as you need, and repeat. Same thing on the other side. A clean, a squat, a press. Less rest in between is another way to make that a little bit more challenging without having to increase the volume or the load.
All right, Team Ian, you get the wrinkle now. A clean, a squat, and a strong press. Remembering no matter what move you're doing with your bell, we're always squeezing our cheeks, bracing our core, and rooting our feet. Creating that tension from the, squat first, creating that tension from the bottom up will help get you stronger everywhere. If the press isn't for you today, even just spending an extra second holding that bell in the rack position.
It. Some of our favorite movements, again, are loaded carries.
What am I doing, Ian?
Lauryn, is the same thing. It's a clean, a squat, and a full body press. Pull it back down, repeat. One last time to complete 5 rounds here on the other side. So for a couple weeks in a row, we work on those one-arm swings, and stick around because they're coming back too. And as always, two-handed movements on the kettlebells are amazing too. Great places to start. Last round. Tell them what's up, Lauryn.
One more round here. We have that clean to the rack, the squat, and the press. Yes, we do recommend starting with your two-handed swings before getting into that single arm swing. If you go back in our archive here, January, I have them labeled week 1. We progress from our two-handed swings all the way up to the cleans we started today. Take your time. It's better that way. Maybe enjoy a little coffee on the side. Maybe not at this hour. Depends on where you are. Let's put that bell off to the side. Thank you. That was a great time, kettlebell. And we'll finish with a little bit of a hip stretch. Let's come down, knees press over your toes. Gently peel the heels off the floor and soft landing on your knees. From here, we're going to come out into our frog position. I like to place my hands down first, and then I'm going to heel toe or toe knee my leg out. Right now, I have my feet then facing sideways on the floor, my tailbone gently tipped towards the ceiling. As I'm here, I could stay on my hands, that's fine, or I might find my elbows to get a little bit lower. Next, keeping that anterior tip of the hips or tailbone to the ceiling, gently rock back. What you'll notice here is you're in your low squat position. Gravity is just pulling you a slightly different direction or vector. I hope I use that in the right way. Now, walk your elbows forward and just extend your hips towards the floor. Try to keep that anterior tip of the hips though, don't tuck under. Same thing, walk yourself back, sitting into that low squat. Breathe. We'll do that one more time. Maybe as you come forward this time, your knees might wiggle open 1 more millimeter. And then last rock back. Ooh. Let's take a second here and just take a breath. As we breathe, fill that diaphragm rib cage. Nice breath in. And then exhale. Maybe that allows you to sink back 1 more time. Nice breath in. And sink back. Relax, gently pulling yourself forward. Press yourself up. Bring your knees together. Let's come up to say goodbye via our ankle squat. So with my toes tucked behind me, my hands or no hands, rock back, find those heels, and press to tall. Thank you very much for joining us today, and thanks for leaving a comment. We always love to hear from you. If you have any questions, please check out our YouTube channel. There are plenty of videos, or send us an email. We really do like hearing from the YouTube world.
Our patrons, our subscribers, and those YouTubers at large. Thank you very much for being here today. This is our strength and swing class. We clean, we press, we get up with that kettlebell. And on Thursdays at 8:15 Eastern Standard Time live, we'll work on our bar skills of the balance. And again, movements that'll help the single leg squat and those hips in the frog.
So thanks for joining us today. My name's Lauryn.
I'm Ian.
Take care, stay strong, and we'll train soon.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Have a good night.